This is a cow's foot that has had ongoing problems for months and months and months. I haven't looked at my records and I don't remember the cow at all. In fact, I don't think it's us that's trimmed her. But I can tell just from looking at her foot that this has been a long time problem. You're watching the Hoof GP and a very sore cow's foot. So this foot has got multiple problems. We've got a white line issue going on here. All of it's flaking away. We've got a really, really deep white line issue here that's infected with digital dermatitis. We've got a problem around here in zone 1, which could be toe necrosis, but I don't think it is. I think it's probably white line. Again, another white line problem here, and real deep flaking of the corium in here. In fact, it's actually flaking away so much I can twist it up with my fingers. This looks like it's about to get messy. So I start by completely ignoring all of the really obvious problems. I'm trying to reshape, rebalance and reproportion this outer claw first to get it back to where it should be. I start by flattening the entire sole and then shorten the ends of her toes back to where I know it should be, about 75 or 18 millimeters long. And then I move on to the inner claw, shaping and trimming it back to where it should be as well. I'm aiming to get both claws completely level and spread the entirety of her weight across as much of the surface as I possibly can. And now that I've finished that by modelling it out, I can move on to some work with the knife, where the real work is done. So I'm going to model this foot nice and wide. This is usually the problematic foot, and actually you can see that now I've trimmed so much of it back with the grinder, the problem that was here and here has disappeared. So whatever either me or whoever it was that trimmed her in the past has done has got her to overcome those problems. Working as part of a team with vets, other hoof trimmers and the people on farms like this is how you get over lameness, and that's exactly what's happening here. Clearly this is still a big issue though, which we're just about to move on to. Right. Oh, that really sped up. Oh, there's a big cavity underneath. Oh, it's not full of juice. That is the water from me washing it out. Code brown right down my back. I know there's going to be bare corium underneath here, so I know I need to be as careful as possible not to strike red gold. Oh, you see, that's what happens. You think the hoof horn's tough, and it is, but then you hit a void and your knife just speeds right up, and that's when you run into problems. Like you can see there's grey behind the hook of the knife there, so underneath is detached, and you know you're safe to continue the cut. But in here, it's just so hard to see. Oh, you're alright. This bit of the hoof horn is really tough. Oh, I can smell the decaying hoof horn. It doesn't smell fantastic. Happy New Year, by the way, folks. Any good New Year's resolutions? I definitely have. To repair more cows' feet than ever. Let's just wash this out. Seriously though, I want to know what your New Year's resolutions are, even if they are, I nearly said boring ones, but they're not boring. If you want to lose weight this year, fine. If you want to save more money, fine. Everybody needs a goal. But I find that after January, those goals go out the window, after a couple of weeks actually, so you should stick to them. Last year I made a resolution to get fitter. And believe it or not, I managed to stick to it. I was in the gym 3 days a week, every week of the year last year, apart from one, and that was Christmas, because I had Christmas Day off. So I was majorly impressed with myself for doing that, because usually I would just give up. Right, you can see there's some sort of cavity up there, isn't there? Oh, that's all loose, but I can also see it fully, look at that. You see, you wash it loads and it still happens. So you can actually see exposed corium right in there. That's sort of grey substance you can see. That is corium. I don't want to cut into it in the slightest little bit, but I do want to remove but I do want to remove everything from round about it. Right, change positions and carve down the way. This is the hardest bit of a cow's hoof horn. The white, no, not the white, the wall horn. We need to get this as wide as possible because we don't want to leave that little sharp channel in there for muck and manure to congregate in. By congregate, I don't mean muck and manure like sort of hang out in there and have fun. I mean it just collects, it congregates and causes problems like this to become even worse. Oh look, it goes farther up. That's why you need to be, what's the word?
Persistent?
Persistent, that's the right word, Craig, well done. Who told you that?
Myself.
You can see there's loose hoof horn there, so we're just going to skiff our knife underneath it and get rid of that as well. Oh, lovely, a big bit of dirt on my knife. Fantastic. So I grabbed the grinder and reduced this outer wall just that little bit more. I'm struggling with the knife and don't want to have to put too much force through her foot in order to slice away those parts of hoof horn I want to remove. And the grinder takes all of the hard work out of that. With that done, you can see a huge proportion of our outer wall horn has been removed from around this lesion. Now that we've got the block in place and I get a better look at what we've achieved, I'm not quite happy enough though. Not quite happy enough for this little bit here. I just want to take a bit more out of it. Yeah, that's better. It's starting to look really good. But it's infected with dermatitis, so we cover the entire area with copper and zinc chelate. This green spray, and then Craigie Boy wraps her all up before we can drop her foot and let her be on her way. And that brings this video to an end. Thanks for watching the Hoof GP.